guys, Fight Fiend Mix here, coming at you with a new video. As always, thanks for stopping by and checking it out. As you can see here, I am on location at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. I am from Las Vegas. I do live here, and I managed to make it to the Vasyl Lomachenko and Devin Haney weigh-in earlier today. I did post a video on my YouTube. I didn't get here as early as I would like to have. Otherwise I would have gotten a better seat and a lot closer. I submitted request for credentials because I do media sometimes, and I was denied this time, so I basically came to the weigh-in as a spectator pretty much. But you can see my video because they thank you MGM security, they didn't even fucking check my bag pretty much. I brought like a fanny pack that was transparent, right? It's like some sort of PVC or whatever, clear plastic, so you can like they can see what's inside, and they didn't even bother checking it. They just kind of like passed me right along. I was like, cool. So I was able to bring in my microphone, my phone, my my tripod, and I was able to record the my selfie stick really to record the Lomachenko and Haney weigh-in. So please feel free to check out that video. This is your official Haney versus Lomachenko prediction video. So yeah, I was trying to get here a little bit earlier so I can get a better seat. It didn't turn out that way, unfortunately. There's a lot of traffic, and there was a pretty decent amount of people that showed up. So as you guys can hear cars around me, I am because the MGM is a casino, you can't record inside the MGM, and I would have liked to have recorded in there just so you guys can see the ambiance and whatnot, but that's not working out. So here I am recording in the MGM Grand parking garage, and it's EDC weekend here in Las Vegas. There's a lot of people coming in and out, so you're gonna hear a lot of noise. But anyway, we're here for one reason, and that is the Lomachenko and Haney prediction. Now, for those of you who know me well enough, know that I am on a radio show called Fight Net Radio with Lee Honish and Andrew Lapche, and I put my prediction there as well. I recorded a show on Sunday, but that's for the show and not necessarily for me. So this is for my YouTube channel specifically. So the first thing that I thought of is, I know there's a lot of talk about Devin Haney, getting stunned or getting hurt by Linares, and Linares isn't really known as a knockout puncher, so people immediately started to doubt his chin. I don't think Lomachenko hits as hard as Linares, so I don't think that's going to be the case there. Now, one thing that I didn't like about Haney is how confident he was. Now, confidence is one thing, but he sounds like a little overconfident, and I'm not sure that's going to help him in this fight here. There's a rumor that Haney had to basically hop on the scale a couple of times to make the 135-pound limit. He ultimately weighed in at 134 and change, but apparently from what Lomachenko's team, and it could be just Lomachenko's team stirring the pot, but there was some word about him having a hard time making weight, and of course we all know Lomachenko is naturally the smaller guy, so it could be a couple of different factors here. Number one, you guys saw that the weigh-in, the shove at the end of the weigh-in, right during the heated face-off. I think it's Haney's way of trying to get in Lomachenko's head, right? Because I think he kind of probably showed some vulnerability. If it was the case that it took him a couple of times to weigh in to get to the 135-pound limit, I think he was trying to get some of that momentum back, some of the mind games back into his favor, right, by shoving him. Lomachenko being the naturally smaller guy, I don't think. And if you guys watch Haney and Kambosos was like a fucking sitting duck, at least not in the beginning. In the beginning he was moving around, but towards the latter half of the fight, it just looked like Haney was able to connect with combinations on him, right? He's not going to be able to do that with Lomachenko. I was watching the Blood, Sweat, and Tears episodes on ESPN Plus, and Haney talked left and right about how he's going to embarrass Lomachenko, he's going to make him look average, a bunch of other shit, right? And I was like, what the fuck is this? I didn't like that kind of confidence. It was too much. I didn't like that. So, I don't know. It could just be mind games, right, for all we know. But I don't think he's going to be able to get off more than one or two punches on Lomachenko at a time. I don't think he's going to, maybe the 1-2 he'll be able to get off, but I don't think he's going to be able to connect with any more than two punches at a time. Lomachenko moves like a motherfucker. And yeah, granted, he's already 35. Haney is 24. And, he's going to have a lot more gas in the tank. But it's not like Lomachenko's had too many wars to where, his legs are starting to go, his chin is starting to go, his reflexes. Maybe we saw a little bit of a slowdown, recently with Lomachenko, but not that much. That could play a factor, but I don't think so. I'm not sure if Devin Haney understands or realizes how quick Lomachenko is. I don't think he's ever faced anybody that fast. He's gonna. We all know Lomachenko has some crazy angles, right? He can do southpaw and then he moves over to his right, and you know that he's gonna be able to land on Haney because of that. I've gone back and forth on my decision a couple of times, and I don't. I want to go with the young cat, right? Obviously, because he's the younger guy, and quite frankly, like in my opinion, I'd love to see Haney win and then potentially fight Shakur Stevenson in the future. That'd be fucking badass, especially if they both stay undefeated. Shit, that'd be badass. But something about Lomachenko just not being out of the game yet leads me to believe that Lomachenko's going to pull off the upset. An upset because he's minus... Actually, hold up. Do I got the... Yeah, I still have the sheet in my pocket here. So last I saw, and again, this was at the MGM. I pulled it up here on my end. Lomachenko was like plus 225 or something like that. Let me double check here real quick. And without, wasting too much time here. Whoa, shit. The wind almost blew the damn paper away. He was plus 220, or is plus 220. Holy shit. While Devin Haney is minus 270. So unless this changes, like I said, I want to go with the young cat. I want to go with Devin Haney, but there's just something about Lomachenko and me thinking that Loma still has enough gas in those legs to be able to not sit still or stand still long enough for Haney to land as many punches that he would like. This is a tough one, but I'm gonna have to go with Lomachenko on this one. From Sunday when I did the show fight on FightNet Radio to now, again, I've gone back and forth and I've watched a couple of the recent fights just to kind of compare. I just don't see. Devin Haney is a terrific young fighter. It just seems as though he doesn't do anything excellent per se, or anything that's necessarily better than Loma. Maybe he has a little bit more power than Loma, but I don't think he's going to be able to land that kind of power on Lomachenko. So without making this video too long, because I know I'm headed towards already the 8-minute mark, so my final prediction basically is going to be Vasyl Lomachenko is going to defeat Devin Haney. He's not going to knock him out. Keep in mind, this fight's going to go the distance, so it's not going to be, any sort of KO or TKO. It's going to go the full 12 rounds, and I think it's going to be a unanimous decision. I think all three judges are going to have it. It's going to be a close fight. I'm not going to say it's not going to be close, but I think all three judges are going to agree that Lomachenko is going to come away with the victory. So I think his speed, his angles, and the fact that he still has enough in the tank, obviously with his experience, right? He's approaching the twilight of his professional career, right? He's already 35, so there's only so many more years at the top he's going to have, but he's still at the top. And not the top, right? Obviously, because Haney is the '1 dude, but near the top. And damn, even if Loma wins, him and Shakur will be fucking badass, and him and Gervonta will be badass, right? So that weight class is super stacked. I want to say Haney even mentioned, potentially moving up to 140 in the near future. He said he wanted to stay at 135 for Loma. After this fight, what happens afterwards, I'm not entirely sure, but sorry for the plane or the helicopter or the private jet that's going over here. But anyway, without taking too much more time, guys, I'm going to go with Vasyl Lomachenko by unanimous decision. It's going to go the full 12 rounds. Looking forward to that co-main event as well with Oscar Valdez and Adam Lopez. That's going to be a barn burner. If you guys recall, their first fight was off the hook. And this one, I assume, is going to be no different. So anyway, wrap it up. Thank you all for stopping by and listening to me rant about my thoughts. This is kind of the point of this YouTube channel, is that I can just talk about fights and have other people listen to me, agree or disagree, whatever the case may be. So yeah, final prediction: Vasyl Lomachenko will defeat Devin Haney by unanimous decision. It will go the distance. We'll see what happens after that. So anyway, thanks for stopping by once more, guys. I appreciate you guys. The views as always. By all means, comment, agree, disagree, whatever you prefer to do. I love to have discussions with you guys. And bam, MGM Grand tomorrow night. Oh yeah, I'm recording this on a Friday. This is after the weigh-ins. As you can tell, it's already evening time, and you can see the strip there behind me. So yeah, thank you guys once more. Have yourselves a very, very good night, and I will see you guys. Well, not see you guys, but tomorrow. Results. Pow. Devin Haney and fucking Lomachenko. Oh shit. Peace.